Have you ever noticed the sudden shift in a woman's behavior when she realizes you're no longer chasing her? It's fascinating, isn't it? Today, we're diving into how women react when they sense you've lost interest, and how this ties back to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. The psychological shift. When a woman realizes you've lost interest, it often triggers a psychological response. Why? Because human nature values what feels unattainable. Suddenly, your detachment shifts the dynamics of the relationship. She might become curious, questioning why your attention has waned. Questions like, was it something I did? Or has he moved on? Start racing through her mind. This reaction isn't about manipulation. It's about breaking the cycle of constant pursuit. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions and focus on our inner strength. By redirecting your energy inward, you create an aura of independence that can't go unnoticed. Emotional reactions and behavioral changes. 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Once she feels that distance, her reactions can vary. Increased attention. She might try to regain your focus, texting more, initiating conversations, or even finding excuses to see you. It's not because she's suddenly realized your worth, but because she's unsettled by the lack of your usual pursuit. Testing you. Some women might play games to see if your loss of interest is genuine. For example, they might post things online to get a reaction or act distant to see if you'll chase again. Respectful curiosity. In some cases, she may genuinely respect your decision and reflect on her own behavior. This reaction is rare but shows maturity. The Stoic mindset in action. 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now let's connect this to Stoicism. The philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and emotions, and let go of what we can't, like someone else's reactions. Losing interest doesn't mean being cold or disrespectful. Instead, it's about valuing your time and energy. When you prioritize self-growth and inner peace, people naturally notice. A Stoic man understands his worth and doesn't rely on external validation. This shift is what makes her react. Your energy is no longer fixated on her, and that change is powerful. What this means for you. 6 o'clock, 7:30. The key takeaway here is simple. Detachment isn't about manipulation. It's about freedom. When you stop chasing and focus on yourself, you shift the power dynamic. It's not about making her miss you. It's about finding your balance and peace. Remember, women respect men who know their value and don't beg for attention. By embodying the principles of Stoicism, you show strength, emotional resilience, and self-respect, traits that are universally attractive. Have you ever wondered what really goes on in a woman's mind when she senses that you've pulled back? It's one of the most fascinating dynamics in relationships, and today we'll uncover the emotional, psychological, and behavioral shifts that happen when she realizes you've lost interest. And as always, we'll approach this through the lens of Stoicism, the ultimate tool for mastering yourself and your relationships. The initial realization. 0:23 o'clock. At first, when a woman realizes you've lost interest, it often triggers confusion. Why? Because people, by nature, are drawn to what they perceive as slipping away. The moment you stop texting as often, stop showing up for her emotional needs, or simply redirect your energy, a natural sense of curiosity kicks in. This confusion can quickly lead to feelings of insecurity or intrigue. For some women, your detachment is a challenge. They'll want to win you back. For others, it's a wake-up call to reevaluate their own behavior in the relationship. Now, what's fascinating here is how much this reflects the Stoic principle of apatheia, remaining unaffected by external events. By stepping back and not reacting emotionally, you naturally shift the power dynamic. She begins to see you in a new light, as someone who values himself enough not to chase endlessly. The emotional roller coaster. Once the realization sets in, a woman's reactions can vary widely, but most of them follow a pattern. Let's break it down. Curiosity turns to pursuit. When you pull back, she often becomes more attentive. You may notice her reaching out more frequently, asking questions like, "Hey, are you okay?" Or, "I haven't heard from you in a while." This isn't always because she misses you deeply. Sometimes, it's her ego trying to understand why she's no longer the center of your attention. Testing the waters. Some women might attempt subtle tests to gauge your reaction. For instance, she might post something provocative on social media or mention another guy casually to see if it bothers you. A Stoic man, however, doesn't take the bait. Why? Because he's focused on what truly matters, his own peace of mind. Respect through distance. There's another fascinating reaction: respect. A woman who is emotionally mature will notice your change in energy and may actually begin to admire your ability to detach. This is where true connections are tested. If she values you, she'll make an effort to match your energy and meet you halfway. If not, she may drift away. And that's okay, because as Stoicism teaches us, we can't control others, only ourselves. Why detachment works. 6:00, 8:30. Now let's talk about why detachment is so powerful. When you stop investing all your energy into someone else, you create a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. People are drawn to those who are self-sufficient, confident, and emotionally grounded. Here's where Stoicism plays a vital role. The philosophy emphasizes focusing on what you can control. When you stop chasing and start living, you send a clear message. I don't need you to feel whole. I am content with myself, whether or not you're in my life. This mindset is magnetic. Women notice when a man shifts from seeking external validation to finding fulfillment within himself. It's a powerful, almost primal reaction. She'll either step up and work to re-establish the connection, or she'll fade away. And either outcome is fine, because you've reclaimed your power. Common mistakes men make. 8:30, 10:00. Now let's address the mistakes men often make during this process. Losing interest doesn't mean playing games or being cold. Here are some traps to avoid. Over-explaining. Some men feel the need to justify why they're pulling back. This ruins the natural dynamic shift and puts the ball back in her court. Remember, your actions speak louder than words. Switching to arrogance. Detachment doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. A true Stoic man remains kind and respectful while prioritizing his inner peace. Chasing again too soon. If she starts to pursue you, resist the urge to immediately chase back. Let her efforts speak for themselves. Stay consistent in your actions and maintain the balance you've created. The bigger picture, 10:00, 12:00. Ultimately, this isn't just about how a woman reacts. It's about how you evolve. The moment you shift your focus inward, you unlock a version of yourself that is stronger, more confident, and less reliant on others for happiness. Stoicism reminds us that true power lies in self-mastery. When you embody this, you not only change how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. Relationships become less about neediness and more about mutual respect and growth. Remember, losing interest isn't about playing games. It's about finding your own balance and peace. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe for more insights, and share your thoughts in the comments. How has Stoicism helped you navigate relationships? Let me know. And as always, stay grounded, stay focused, and stay stoic. Until next time.